I think every single Muslim man should have their fitness as their top two priority. In fact, the top one priority should be, of course, your faith, your iman, your deen. I'm not sure about the proper term. But why am I saying that? Well, the reason is I believe it's the absolute key to everything else, right? So if you're in shape, that unlocks you pretty much unlimited possibilities. People are gonna start taking you seriously, right? That's gonna immensely help with your business. That's pretty much imminent. Everyone respects a person that is in shape, that is visibly in shape, because it's a subconscious thing. You start thinking, oh, okay, this person has discipline. This person can do things that they don't feel like doing every single day, irregardless of how they feel. This is, by the way, there is also a religious term. I'm sure everyone has heard of the term sabr, which is the Arabic word that roughly translates into English as patience. But actually, I think, especially in terms of fitness, a more closer translation that unlocks a bit more of its meaning is consistency. So for me, sabr, especially applied to the field of fitness, is doing things every single day, right? That's basically the path to success in every single field. Just showing up every single day and doing basically the same actions, right? We all know what we need to do in any field, basically, but especially when it comes to fitness. There's very few moving parts that you need to control. It's literally that simple. It's just about showing up every single day and basically doing something, right? That should be enough. Just doing it every single day. The most success I had with fitness, and I'm nowhere near my ideal shape, I'm nowhere near the state that I want to find myself in. I'm very far from ideal, I'm very aware of that. But the most success I've had, the moment I've started having my most success is when I just started training every single day. It might not be as effective, people say that you need rest days, but I just did it every single day for 4 months. And that's literally it. My training system wasn't even that effective. It wasn't like very smart or thought through. I just turned up every single day and I trained. The very same thing. Right, it's that simple. And people started approaching me at my university saying that, oh, bro, you look fitter than you did 2 months ago. It's literally that simple. And I think, especially when applied to fitness, that's really the meaning of the word sabr. And, Allah also says in the Quran, and I'm paraphrasing right now, right? That's not a proper citation. But Allah says that the most beloved deed is not the biggest one, but the one that's done consistently, right? The one that's done every single day, irregardless of how small it might be, right? You might be giving one euro or £1 to charity, but doing it every single day, right? That's just €400 every year. That's very manageable. But you do it every single day. And Allah says in the Quran that that's the most beloved deed. And obviously Allah also says in the Quran that, or maybe it's a hadith, I'm not sure actually, but there's a saying that a strong believer is closer and more beloved to God than a weak believer. The reason for that obviously is very simple, right? A weak person can't stand for their beliefs, right? Can't stand for their loved ones, right? Your love and your belief doesn't really mean anything, right? You can be as sincere as you possibly can be, but it doesn't mean anything if you're not capable, right? And it's not only about fitness, right? If you're not capable financially, if you're not capable physically, if you're not capable in other realms, but it doesn't mean anything unless you can back it up with something. You can be as sincere as you might be, right? But it doesn't mean anything unless you can back it up, right? So, and yeah, as I said, really, I think fitness is the key to everything else, right? So I think every Muslim man in 2025 should make fitness their number two priority, right? The number one should be your faith, but number two priority should be fitness, because it will lead to everything else, right? It will lead to you attracting, a potential spouse. It will lead to you making more money. That's for sure. Trust me, I've witnessed it firsthand, right? People start respecting you more because your physical appearance, your strength, your vitality is something that can be bought. It can be bought, it can be faked. it's it's basically, it's the least common denominator. Everyone should do the same amount of work to achieve this. There's no life hacks around that, there's no workarounds. A rich person must do, some king or prime minister or president must do exactly the same amount of work to get in shape as, a very normal person like me or you. And so, and also the thing is, that's really the most controllable part of your life, right? You could argue that that's really the only part of your life that you are fully 100% completely, absolutely in control of. Now, you could also argue that, especially with the help of God, and if you try hard enough, everything is under your control, and I would agree, but with fitness, there's just no other moving parts, right, that don't depend on you, right? In business, there's moving parts, right? There's partners, there's customers, there's the economy stance, right? There's tax policy in your country, politics, etc., etc. In relationships, you can be as good as you can be, right? But it also depends on other people, right? If you're married, it depends on your spouse. If you're looking to get married, it depends on your prospects, right? Or on the culture in your country, etc. But fitness really doesn't depend on anything but yourself and your sabr, right? Showing up every single day and doing absolutely the same thing. That's really the key to success in that field. So I encourage every single Muslim man in 2025 to make fitness their number two priority above everything else, above business, about your career if you have one, above your studies, right? If you're a student, above finding a wife or a second wife or a third wife, whatever, right? Even above your current relationship, if you are in one, above anything else, right? Except for faith, of course. I'm pretty sure that will be the key to unlocking everything that we've all ever wanted in this year, right? So I should also say that, this doesn't come from a position of authority. I'm just sharing my thoughts. I'm just sharing what I'm going to be doing this year, right? So I'm going to be making it a priority, and I believe that's best. That's absolutely best for myself, and I believe that's absolutely the best decision any Muslim man can make, right? Which you can agree or disagree. I just wanted to share my thought on this topic.